Hello Tamers, sorry to be back again today. And well, I would like to open our first video of the year for the channel with an apology for the delay. As well, these two came in the mail a bit delayed due to weather where I live. But yep, back on track with today's topic being cracking into 2 boxes of EX8 Chain of Liberation for the Digimon TCG. With this EX set being themed around the Digimon Liberator series, more so focusing on, well, the novel characters. And well, cracking into our first box, putting that one aside. That's right, cracking. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help with the algorithm. And well, let's crack into our very first box. With this set actually being quite interesting to look at, given how much it actually supports some existing, well, old existing decks out there now. As the pretty much box art already shows off. And well, cracking into it now. This box has 2 box toppers for it. First being the Chain of Liberation upgrade pack. And cracking into it now. Getting Tyrannomon X and the Kugu X promo. Both of these actually being, if memory serves, SOAR promos back in JP, which you only got 1 of. But we actually got pretty lucky to be able to get 2 from the card pool. And then we also have the 2024 Legend Pack, which ends up being a reprint. And for our pull for this box, we end up getting the reprint alt art for BT17 Renamon for this. And well, now that we've got the box open, let's start to crack into the packs. And well, starting us off, going from the right, and I think I just pulled myself for something good. And we open up on the new Nature Spirits Tyrannomon, and then the new Growl X Antibody, and then Dolphimon for Deep Sabers, a new Black Agu, a new Dark Tyrannomon, Deep Sabers Gessomon, Nightmare Soldiers 8mon, Nature Spirits Mega Kabutery, Nightmare Soldiers Skull Mammoth, a Deep Saber Sea Dragon, which actually works well given that it's also an aquatic trait. And for first rare hit, ends up being the new Liberator Tyrannomon from the set, who pretty much allows it to cheat itself out, and works well for the new Tyrannomon build, given that one of the characters in Liberator novel is a Tyrannomon pilot. And well, we end up starting us off, pretty much starting out strong, pretty much, with the new Melcedra Ace that comes from the set, who is a 7-tower play. Digivals for 4 generically off of a level 5 black or blue, or can blast Digivolve over anything, or alternatively, Digivals for 3 off of level 5 Deep Sabers. And has the on-play 1 Digivolving effect to Digivolve 1 opposing Digimon, and then bounce the bot deck a play cost 7 or lower Digimon. And has the Alternatives effect. While you have 1 or more memory, none of the opposing Digimon can suspend, which sees some staple play, which can be a niche case given that the requirements are that you sit at 1 or more memory. But that also means it puts the opponent at a disadvantage if they try to blitz into you, since this immediately floodgates it out. Well, that's a good boon from the first pack. Let's see what we get going from there. And again, going over that this is an EX set, we're guaranteed 3 alt-art hits. Well, let's continue on. A new Crabmon, Growl X again, and then a full art Marine Angemon, new Marine Angemon add, a new Nightmare Soldiers Miramon, and for our first, well, look at another deck, is Zoffer Cabas for the new Rock Mineral deck, being the move of the high-end Pyramidimon. Continuing then, new Nightmare Soldiers Skull Miramon, a new Master Tyrannomon, and then a Nature Spirits Multimon, and another Liberator topic, being Polar Bearmon for being support for Ice Snow trait. And well, going into our next foils, we end up paying the new Deep Sabers Plesiomon, and to follow that out, we end up getting the new Liberator Frigimon for the new Scottymon line. And well, with this, Frigimon being able to hard play at 5 cost, or Digiballs for 3, generically off of a level 3 yellow or blue, or for 2 costs off of a level 3 Ice Snow trait. Has Ice Snow's new low associated keyword of Iceclad, and has the on play 1 Digivolve effect to trash bomb 2 sources, and then if the opponent has no Digimon with sources, you immediately gain 1. And with Frigimon being pretty much being the forerunner for the deck, as Ice Snow now includes yellow. In this case, being able to control the opponent's security damage by hitting them with a sec -1. Coming through, and let's continue on. Nope. And I'm hitting a new purple Deep Saber Siako. Grab again. Zofracabas, Mara, and hitting the finale for our Dramon trio, we end up hitting the new Landramon for the Rock Mineral trait. And well, that tangent aside, let's keep going. Skullmera, the new Wargrowl X, a new Nightmare Soldiers Devimon, the new Liberator Agumon for the Tyrannomon line, Deep Series Marine Devimon, and for foil hit, we end up hitting a Pumpkinmon for Nightmare Soldiers, and immediately after that, we also hit the Nightmare Soldiers Devimon. Well, continuing on. Let's see what we continue to get. Nightmare Soldiers Mammoth, a new Golemon, Renanji again, Nightmare Soldiers Candle, Kabateri, a new Kokomon, and then a new Gatsumon, Polar Bearmon again, and then a new Tyrannomon, who's a lot more easier to work with, also granting the burn top of security inheritable as well. And from there, a new Walmon for Deep Sabers, and well, we end up paying the Searcher for the Rock Mineral deck with a new Liberator Sunarizamon. And well, going over it now, since it's one of the decks that I'm actually interested in, with pretty much most of the Rock Mineral for the Sunarizamon Liberator Sunarizamon line, having inheritables that trigger when they're trashed from sources. In this case, Sunariza is able to take out a play cost 4 or less Digimon when this gets trashed from sources. And to follow that up, we end up getting another Searcher in the form of Deep Saber's Searcher in the place of the Deep Saber's Gomamon. Well, continuing from there, let's continue on. And then here, we get Liberator Penguinmon, being the associated reduced cost into respective archetype for Liberator, a nice gnome, a Nightmare Soldier's Tapirmon, World Relics, Agu, Black Agu, Golem, Crab, Skull Mammoth, and you also get another aspect of this, being that we also have Tamer. Well, if it wasn't already obvious already, given the World War, the Gallimon support, this box also contains X antibody support for Tamers. In this case, we just end up getting the Tyrannomon X in all his very smooth out glory Horn X antibody. Continuing on, Ring Debbie again, and we first hit for this pack being the EX8 close, being a memory star who, whenever your Digimon evolves into mineral rock trait, gets suspended down and recycled to mineral rock trait Digimon as bomb sources for that Digimon. And after that, we end up paying the new Deep Series Mega Siegramon as well. Well, let's continue on. Landra, Mammoth, Gesso, Dark Rhino, Ape, Angie, or Growl. And, well, we end up paying Rock Minerals on the egg for so far, being the new Tumblemon, who, when trash from sources, grants a gain 1 memory inherit. Grants 1 memory. Mega Copy again. And then we have the new Deep Sabers Bukamon. And to follow that up, we have the new Rena X. And, something to... I might as well go over this just to move it up. But yep, so this is Rena X. 4 costs to hard play. Or Digivolves for 0 off of level 2 off of Yellow Egg. And 0-4 off of Renamon. And has the on-play on Digivolve. To return a plug-in option from trash to hand. With the inheritable that when you use an option with a play cost of 2 or more, you additionalize 2000 DP to opposing Digimon for the turn. And the card that we get, just behind that, is another SR hit in the form of Justimon X. And well, going over this now, 12 to hard play, Digivolves generically for 4 costs off of a level 5 block, or alternatively for 1 cost off of any Justimon level 6 that isn't an X antibody trait, and is a Rush, Piercing, and Sec +1 body. It has the ability when attacking, gets to activate the 1 Digivolving effect of 1 Justimon in name and source as its own effect. And at the end of the turn, if the opponent has an unsuspended Digimon, it allows to attack the player. With this definitely getting more support later next month in 2.5, given that this works very well with the Justimon X and Justimon Ace that we get in 2.5 as part of the rest of BT19. And well, let's continue on to the opening. And well, cruising through and picking up on anything. Oh, and speaking of something new, a new thing that takes from the book of the Royal Base is the new archetypal field spells that we now have in the game's card pool. In this case, we end up pulling Deep Saber's quote-unquote field spell, being the Deep Saber's option. It has the ability, and has the effect, while you have no face-up security, you will get to allow this card's color requirements, which helps for Deep Sabers given its starting points. And well, while it's face up in security, its main effect adds the bottom security to hand and then replaces it with itself. With this effect in security being that while you have one or more memory, none of your Deep Saber trait Digimon can be deleted by battle, effectively giving them pseudo-jamming. And then it has the security effect to play out a level 5 or lower Deep Saber trait from hand while paying cost. And from there, Multi and Agu. And then from there, a new hit in the form of the new Gil X, who pretty much is effectively a very good searcher, being able to top deck 3 to add a Growl or Gallant, and any X antibody among them. And then has the ability during your turn, whenever your opponent's Digimon deleted, you gain 1 memory. And, back-to-back SRs, as we end up hitting another SR hit in the form of Sukumon X, who looks... oh my. Going over it now. 12 cost to hard play, or Digivolts for 4 generically off of level 5 yellow, or Digivolts for 1 cost over a level 6 with Sukumon in name without the X antibody trait, and has the ability when Digivolving, if Sukumon or X antibody is in traits, in source, you get to play 1 Uka no Mitama token. That's a yellow Digimon that's 9000 DP with Rush. And during your turn, when one of your Digimon attacks, you get to use 1 single color option with a use cost of 5 or less from hand without paying cost. And if this effect used it, one of your Digimon may unsuspend. Which plays well into, how updated the new Sukumon stuff is once it goes full engine come 2.5. Let's continue on, as we have yet to see any alt-arts for the time being. Skimming over again. Anything new that's worth pointing? Yes, it is. We end up hitting the Nightmare Soldier's Field spell. Same thing, same as the first. Gets to replace bottom security with itself, and for its security effect, while face up in security, grants all level 4 or higher Digimon with Nightmare Soldiers Scapegoat, which adds to the stickiness to them. And look at that, who's in the background? Being Noble Pumpkinmon. Right in the shadows. Continuing on, we end up hitting the new Gogmamon, who on delete just plays out, reveals top 3, and plays out a rock trait mineral that's play cost 5 or less, and has the inheritable that allows you to redirect. And following that, we end up hitting the Searcher for Nature Spirits in the form of a new Tentomon. And following that, another SR hit in the form of the new Ice Snow high-end Scottymon, being 12 to hard play, or digitals for 4 cost generically off of a level 5 yellow or blue, or for 3 costs off of any level 5 Ice Snow. Has Ice Clad and Barrier, and when Digivolving, gets to play out a level 4 lower Ice Snow trait Digimon from hand and paying cost, while for each of your opponent's Digimon no sources, you get to add 1 to this Digimon's level maximum. Effectively, with 2 Digimon no sources on board, putting that up to a level 6 maximum to be cheated out. It has the 1 Digivolving on attacking, once returned, to place a Digimon no source to the bottom security and allowing itself to unsuspend, which plays well to a more aggro-focused aspect with a bit of control, given that that effect actually hits both sides of the board, so you could choose to put into security one of your own Digimon for that effect to multi-attack. And skimming again. Let's see if we see anything new before hitting the rares. You know, we end up hitting the new Nightmare Soldiers Demi-Mirror. And then from there, we end up hitting the new Tamer for the Liberator Tyrannomon, being Ryutaro Williams, who is a passive game tamer and has the very useful effect that whenever one of Tyrannos in name attacks, you got to suspend him down, and then gets to Digivolve into a Digimon Tyrannomon in name, or a dinosaur trait in hand at a reduced cost of 1. And to follow that, with a good pairing, being another copy of the Liberator Tyrannomon. Well, continuing on from there, let's see what we get as we finish off the right side. And, well, we end up hitting Nature Spirits Field spell, being granting all of your Nature Spirits Digimon Alliance. And then from there, we also hit the new Tyranno / Dinosaur line Coromon. That's also Liberator trait. Seadra, Mega Seadra, and, well, we end up hitting both our first secret rare for this set. For this box, I mean. That being the all-new staple, Altar of Medieval Gallantmon. That's a Vortex Warrior. Well, Vortex Warriors. Well, let's go over his stats, and since I also have it aside, let's save this up. But yep, this new Medieval Gallant is quite the staple. Is able to hard play at 11 cost, Digivolves for 3 cost, off of a level 5 green or red, or has some other aspects in the fact that when this card would be hard played, used by suspending 2 Digimon, you reduce the cost by 4, effectively playing this fella at the same cost as a rookie. Oh wait, nope. My bad on how that works. That reduces the play cost by 4, so it brings it down to 7. And nope. Given that it's Vortex Warrior, it has a Vortex, but also has the very useful aspect of Alliance, allowing it to Vortex with extra DP as well. And well, let's go over the aspects on why it's such a staple now. Well, has 1 Digivolving, gets suspended 1 Digimon, then deletes 1 opposing Digimon, that's 8,000 DP or less, and then for each suspended Digimon, you add plus 3,000 to that threshold. And as the alternates, once returned, when Digimon are played, you get to trigger this Digimon's 1 Digivolving effects once again. Which is another aspect of this, given that this can effectively kneecap some strategies that cheat out Digimon. Case in point, Aquadex is Decode being one such victim of this very oppressive Digimon. Well, continuing on after pretty much a strong start. And, well, as another thing that I forgot to mention, we also, just like EX8, get foil commons. In this case, we end up hitting the foil Kokomon, and following that, let's see if this follows suit with a theory that it preludes a alternate art and such. Well, going over before anything, nothing new yet. Searching Tento. And nope, that actually ends up failing the theory, as the new card that we get behind that is the new, well, very new Bancha Golemon that comes alongside the Rock Mineral trait deck. Well, on to the last 2 on the right. Let's see what we get from here as we speed things along. And I see something new already. Going into our foil. Sinriza again. And we end up hitting another SR hit. In the form of the new Nightmare Soldiers aligned Piedmon Ace. 7 to hard play. The duels for 4 generically off of a yellow or purple, or for 3 costs off of any level 5 Nightmare Soldiers. Blast Digivolve units an ace, and has the on-play 1 Digivolve to activate the following. To activate the effect below 4 times, dishing out minus 2000 DP on 1 opposing Digimon for the turn. And has the alternates effect. When another Digimon are deleted, you get to cheat out a level 4 lower Nightmare Soldiers trait Digimon from trash without paying cost. And well, and now on to our last pack for the right side. Let's see what we got. Speed things along. Well, we got the foil Dark Tyranno. And, well, we end up hitting another new card in the form of Digimon Liberator Digimon's Tamer, Suzune Kazuki, who's also a passive gain Tamer, and as the alternates, 1 Digimon are played or Digivolve. If any of them have the Ice Snow trait, you get to spend her down, then trash any 1 source from opposing Digimon. And to follow that up, we end up hitting Rena X. And well, that's it for the right side. That leaves 2 alternate slots left for this box. Well, let's see what we get from here. And I just spoiled myself again. Well, let's avoid doing that as we skim through. And well, just to also show off what we also get from here, we also get 7th Jewel Eyes, the option associated with Barba X. 7 cost to play, as all this X antibodies 7th Demon Lord's options do. Has a trash effect. To trigger off its main effect when you Digivolve into Barba X. In its main effect, if the opponent has 5 more cards in hand, trash 1, then delete opposing level 7 or lower, but for every 3 cards in the hand, you remove 1 from the level's maximum. And, well, talk about being lucky for the poly rolling for this one, as we end up getting the other secret for this set, that being the new Gun on X. And well, if you're wondering why it's a red, blue, and yellow coloring, that's because it actually has those colored Digizoids as its composition. And well, that lower side. Now, let's go over this very gorgeous card for its regular art. And well, going over it now, play cost 12. Digitals for 4 generically off of a level 5 red, blue, or yellow Digimon, or Digitals for 1 cost off over Gallantmon. And on Digivolve when attacking, if Gallantmon reacts anyway in this Digimon's traits, till the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gets a plus 4,000 buff, and hits 1 opposing Digimon minus 4,000 DP. And when Digivolving an end of attack, gets to delete 1 of your opponent's 10,000 DP or lower Digimon, and if this effect didn't delete, you trash top of security and get to unsuspend. And at the all turns, while you have 0 or less memory, this Digimon isn't affected by opposing Digimon effects, effectively granting itself protection on the opponent's turn from opposing Digimon effects. And well, let's leave this bad boy up. And I can definitely say we high rolled this box for sure. Yep, that still leaves our 2 alternate arts still up in the air right now. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get as we continue forward. Skimming forward, anything new? Nope. Growlix again. And then Demi Devi again. Continuing on. Skimming through, and I believe we've already gone through most of the peeking over that into Tento and Plesio again, and continuing forward. And skimming through. Nothing of note there. Centralize. And we finally had a new card this deep in the form of the Liberator new Liberator Sunriza's line being Prognomon, who is a 7-card play, digitals for 3 generically off of level 4, has collision, piercing, and also the new keyword Fragment 3. With Fragment, allowing when this Digimon be deleted, trashes any 3 sources from itself to prevent from deletion, which definitely plays well, given most of the Sunria's lines inherits just triggering off when they get removed by effect from source. With Progano's effect being that it dishes out D-Digivolve 1 for a pretty easy control for the deck. Well, still continuing on from that tangent. Let's see what we get. And, fast forward. And, another new hit in the form of the new Nightmare Soldiers Myosmon on this set. 7 to hard play. The Digimons for 3 generically over level 4 purple, or off of any level 4 Nightmare Soldiers. When attacking, gets to shield Nightmare Soldiers. That's play cost of 3 or less from trash, paying cost. And during your turn, when your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Nightmare Soldiers traits, you get to DNA Digivolve 2 of them into a Nightmare Soldiers trait Digimon from hand. Which plays into, given that we also have a Nightmare Soldiers Piedmon, this helps to facilitate their Drogris Digimon in the form of Bolt Boutmon, being pretty much the ace for Nightmare Soldiers. With Myosmon granting the inheritable on when attacking to delete one of your other Digimon to allow the stack to unsuspend. Well, continuing on from there, let's see if we can finally hit our alt art slot. Yep, close again, and Tyrannomon. Well, down to the last 5. Let's see. Definitely we'll be seeing our alt arts in the upcoming slots. Let's see. And spoil itself there, but heck, close again. And another Tamer and Digimon pairing irony. Our SR hit being the new ace for the new high-end boss for Rock Mineral, being Pyramidimon. 12 cost to hard play. Digivolves for 4 generically off of level 5 black. Fragment 3 as well. And has the very useful ability of one Digivolving when attacking that isn't once returned to trash any 3 sources that are raw mineral rock, to then unsuspend and gain sec +1 for the turn. And given that this doesn't have once per turn, that sec +1 will definitely stack. And even if you don't manage to finish the opponent with that barrage of gradual security increases, you also have the end of turn effect to once per turn, reload on 3 sources from trash as its bottom sources. And from there, let's see what we get now. Nothing new. And, yep, nothing new from there. Being a Megasedra and Bancho Golem. Down to the last 3. Let's see how early we can get our alt art. And let's avoid trying to show off less or Tyrannomon, and well, just like that, our second alt art in this box being the alt art Piedmon for Piedmon Ace. And this art showing him pretty much doing a wire stunt while juggling knives. Oh, wait. That is what I would have to assume, but at the least it's juggling knives. And, well, now on to our last 2. Let's start off our penultimate pack. And let's try this tactic. Growlix, and following that is Biotis. And well, from there, that means our last alternate is sitting in this one. And let's try the same tactic again. Dragano and 7th Jewelerize. Well, that actually means I was off on one thing, given that, well, looking things over, for this one box, Earth hits end up being, though I'm not really that salty in saying why I did, given how well this box came out. Especially given that this box was quite the high roll with 2 secret arts in one, well, with 2 secret arts total, with one being an alt art. Well, that's it for the first box. Let me clean up as I go into the second. Okay, finished cleaning up. Now on to box 2. It'll likely be going at a much faster pace. And just focus on seeing if we hit any new rares and up going forward. Well, let's get this opened up. Opening this up first. Let's go the other way. For this legend pack, we end up hitting, the new alternate reprint of BT17 Guilmon. And to follow that up, for upgrade pack, I end up hitting Bishop Device and Dokugamon again. And, well, going over the Bishop Device, since it's very unique in and of itself, being this comes from the device series of cards that, for all intents and purposes, are support for Justimon. Given how that archetype best works with this one. Well, works with that series of cards. Well, so we'll move along and get these packs widely opened. And this time, starting from the right, let's rearrange. And, well, let's speed on through, starting from the left. Check my side, Growlix again, and Demi Devi. Moving on, as we speed through. Tento, and Plesio again. Centurions and Pregano again. nothing new yet. Let's see if anything... Oh, let me double check. Yep, no foils yet. And, well, Retaro and run X again. No foils. Continuing on. And, well, we end up hanging a new card this time in the form of the new high-end for Tyrannomon, that being Dynomon from Digimon Liberator. From the Digimon Liberator novel, I mean. Well, it's a 13 to hard play. Digitals for 5 generically off of a level 5 green or red. Or off of 4 cost off of level 5 Tyranno, that's a name, or that's the dinosaur trait. Has Sec +1 in Fortitude, and on play 1 in Digivolving. Suspend down 1 opponent's Digimon. Then deletes 1 of the lowest Digimon with the lowest suspended Digimon with the lowest DP. And on the opponent's turn, while this Digimon is suspended, it practically floodgates your opponent's Digimon from attacking everything but suspended Digimon. Pretty much blocking them off by being a big wall. Well, going over that, no foils in there. That's continuing on. As we steamroll through. 8. Suzune, and then Goma. No foils here. Continuing on. EX, and we end up hitting another new card in the form of the ace associated with nature spirits, that being the new Hercules Tyrannomon ace. 6 yard play, or digitals for 3 off of a level 5 green, or any level 5 nature spirits for 3. Has the on play 1 Digivolve to suspend up to 3 Digimon. For each of your opponent's Digimon, this effect suspended, gain 1. And has the all turns when this Digimon suspends till the end of your turn, until the opponent's turn, I mean. 1 of your Digimon gains piercing and gets plus 3000 DP. With this, definitely seeing staple, definitely feels like it'll see staple play for any green deck. Especially for that on play when Digivolving. Given that if you're up against a wide matchup and are able to blast Evil into this, you practically can, well, stop any actions from there and seal turn by dropping this bad boy down. And no foils from that pack either. Well, continuing on. Last 2. Tento, and, well, another hit after that. That being the boss monster for Deep Sabers, being the new Aegis-Dramon. That's a 15 to hard play. The Digitals for 5 over a level 6 blue, black, or yellow. Or alternatively, DNAs using a purple or a blue or purple level 6 plus a yellow or black level 6. Alternatively, also a Plesiomon plus a level 5 Siegramon name. Has the ability to return up to 14 play cost total worth of opposing Digimon to pot deck. Then, if you DNA Digivolve, you get to play up to 12 cost worth of Deep Sabers from this Digimon's own sources with paying cost. And then, sorry for sounding hoarse, all turns while you have 1 memory, it pretty much protects all of your Deep Saber trait Digimon from opposing Digimon effects. And then while you have 1 or less, none of your opponent's Digimon get to activate their on-play effects. And this also has the Aquatic trait attached to it. You know, there, nothing new. Let's see, going forward now. Cinerize again, and Pumpkin again. No files there. Let's continue on. Yep. Tyrannomon Trick, EX, and Myos. No foils there. Down to the last two from the left. Let's see what we get going into this one. Let's move that forward. And it's Pregano and some Jewelerize again. And no foils yet. Down to the last pack from the left. Pumpkin and Debbie again. No foils. Looks like most of our stuff, most of the sought after stuff is coming from our right. Here to a Surviving. Let's see what we get. There, Plesio, and then Friggy again. No foil. Well, one thing that I probably sped through is new Deep Saber's Dolphy. It is pretty much cheap Evo and cheap to play off of for Deep Sabers while being a draw engine. Well, let's move things forward. And well, speaking of about previously, we end up pulling him to pair off against, well, the Digimon that we pulled from this box. Well, going over Webnovel, off the masquerade that he is a 15 to hard play, or Digimon for 5 generically, off of level 6, purple, yellow, or black, or DNAs using a purple or black level 6 plus a yellow or green level 6, or alternatively, as previously mentioned, Pinemon plus Myosmon. And this is pretty powerful in its own right. Has one Digivolving effect to de-Digivolve 3, one opposing Digimon, and then hits the opposing board with a blanket minus 6000 DP. Then, if you DNA into him, you get to play up to 10 play costs worth of Nightmare Soldier trait Digimon from your trash at paying cost. And it has the alternate effect. When other Digimon are deleted, you get to burn security. Playing well, 2 Nightmare Soldiers, excuse me, and goal of being a very aggro pop-off turn. And looking over the rest, no foil. Well, that's continuing on. And let's see what we get going forward. Let's cheat what we have. And it's Sonoriza and Goma. And we end up getting our foil from this pack. Oh, from the set. Being foil Candlemon. And no, let's keep going forward. Push towards the end. After a strong start. Friggy, and we end up paying our first alt art from this box. That being the alt art for Rena X. With Terrier X in the background for this one. And I might as well definitely saving this one up. Well, let's continue. No foil from there. Let's see what you get going forward. Close and Mega Seadra. And the foil here being a foil version of Nature Spirits. That's continuing on. Minus one. And, well, we immediately get back-to-back on alternate arts with the alternate art for Digimon. Looking quite stunning, if I might say so myself. And, well, another sleeve up. Oh, that's 2 archetypes down. Let's see what we get from going forward from here. Ryotaro Williams and Tyrannomon. Another Digimon and tamer pairing. Let's see what we get going next. Close, and for another new hit, we end up hitting the bad boy himself, Callusmon, for Nightmare Soldiers, who is a 12 cost to hard play, and digitals generically off of, for 4 costs off of level 5 green, purple, or alternatively, digitals for 3 over a Nightmare Soldiers trait, or continue using a green or purple level 5 plus a yellow or purple, yellow or red level 5 as well. And 1 Digivolving, you get to suspend down 1 your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then return 1 of their suspended Tamers to bot deck. Then, during your turn, for each color in this Digimon's own sources, it gets plus 1000 DP. In addition, while your opponent has no Digimon with as much or more DP than in this Digimon gains piercing and sec plus 1. Further emphasizing on the Nightmare Soldiers aggro aspect. Especially given that if you play multicolor tribal Nightmare Soldiers, you get to actually see the benefits off of Callusmon. Well, let's go for our usual method. Continue forward. Tento and Bancho Golem. Yep, down to the last 3. Let's see what we get going from here. And there, Pregano. And, well, less of a loss here. As to follow up, we end up hitting our 3rd alternate art from this set, from this box, being the alternate art for Gallantmon X. Just to go well with the Medieval Gallant, to rival the Medieval Gallant from earlier. And, well, in that whole background, we see just X and Genku X in the art. That's it for that pack. On to the last 2. Let's see if we get any new SRs or not. And we got Suzune and Rena X. And well, on to the finale for this box opening. Zabcaphus, Agu, Black Agu, Dark Trino, Mammoth, Siako, Delphi, Landra, Mega Kabuteri, Gogma, Agu, Tyrannomon, and we end up ending off with a final hit of Piedmon Ace. That's it for the first box, last box I mean. Now on to our recap. And on to the recap. Overall, just to summarize, box 1 pretty much ends up being the definitive high roll, ending with a secret rare and a alt-art secret rare. And as for the rest of the pulls, I see fit that I'm pretty satisfied, especially given that I managed to pull at least one Paramediamon and one Scottymon. Since Ice Snow and Rock Mineral were 2 decks that I actually look forward to building upon. And then from there, box 2 was pretty much, well, right below that for box number 1. And then that, we ended up paying pretty much full secret rare art, full alt art hits, with Gallant X being one of those alternate hearts, pretty much going toe to toe with the medieval Gallant. And also, with this definitely seeming like it was pushing towards Nightmare Soldiers and the Pied and Bolt Belt falling, as well as Callus being in the SR slots. But overall, that has been my unboxing of EX8 Chain of Liberation for the Digimon TCG. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help with the algorithm. And this is Cyberjaw signing off.